She also has the drip edges removed. Let's see, the dash is smoothed into one piece, so no more glove box. Now this is the truck in Florida I'm talking about right now. It's not this particular truck you're looking at, but it's the same truck. The rear of the frame is notched. It is bagged. It's clipped. It's got a 2004 Crown Vic front clip on it. Rack and pinion steering. Air ride suspension. Disc brakes all the way around. Posi rear end. Triangulated 4-link rear, so no more leaf springs. Very, very high tech. In that truck, we actually brought the cab. I bought it in Florida. We brought the cab. We disassembled it, brought the cab, the fenders, doors back from Florida. I did all the body work and painted it. Shipped it back to Florida on the back of a trailer and installed the cab, doors, fenders. I also brought a brand new fresh 351 Windsor out of a speedboat, and we dropped that and a transmission in it. We painted that engine the same color as the outside of the truck, so you'll get some pics and some videos of that. I'm scheduled to go back down to Florida as soon as I'm done with the bed of the truck to continue putting that back together again. That'll end up here in Mass when I'm done, and that will be for sale, as well as Ruby here. This is a customer's 95 Firebird, low miles, V6 3.4. Unfortunately, they weren't the greatest motor in the world. They only made them for 2 or 3 years possibly. I can't remember the exact amount of years they built it for, but anyways, couldn't find an engine for it. Needed an engine. Couldn't find one anywhere in the country. Everything they sent me was junk. So I ended up reluctantly rebuilding the one that was in it, which was a little difficult because 2 of the cylinder head bolts were snapped off, 1 on each side of the deck. So that was no fun, but we got it done. We're just finishing that up right now. This is a beautiful customer's 58 Chevy Impala convertible. It's got everything. Power windows, power steering, AM FM antennas, 348, tri-power. Just a beautiful car. The owner of this car bought it when he was, I believe, 16 years old, and he paid $30 for it. And of course it's worth a little bit more than $30 now. As a matter of fact, it's probably worth about $100,000, maybe a little bit more. Very nice car. It was done very nicely. I was not involved in the original restoration of this car, but he became a customer of mine about 2 years ago, and now I'm just fixing all the little things that tend to go wrong when you have an old car. I mean, you're never done. They're never done even when they're done. So you're always pecking away at something, and that's just the way it is. That's the reality of it. But she's a beauty. What else do we got going on here? This is a customer's 79 Z28. This thing came to me in pieces, a lot of pieces. The owner of it did a lot of work on it himself, worked on it for, I think he said, about 5 years. Just got burnt out on working on it and decided to hand it off to somebody that could finish the job. So he's had the car all the time, never heard it run. Had him down here about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and for the first time ever, got a chance to not only take this car for a ride, but did some smoky burnouts in the parking lot out here. So that made him smile. For a guy that doesn't smile much, that made him smile. So we're almost done with this, what he asked us to do. But he does keep tacking on things here and there. So I'll go as far as he wants me to go with it until he's ready to take her home. This belongs to the same guy. He just purchased this from a friend of his, and this is a 47 Willys. Pretty rare. I don't believe I've ever seen a sedan delivery Willys. I've seen them. There's not a lot of them out there in this part of the country because they tend to rust badly. But this one overall is in really decent condition, and it's got no windows in it. I love this. We right away nicknamed it Jeepers Creepers. If you've ever seen the movie, you could probably relate to why we named it that. We even added a little Jeepers Creepers on the back of it, so as a joke. He liked it, so that's good. I don't have to peel it off. But and it's got quite the patina there. Kind of looks like barnacles from the Titanic without the rust. But then we have this car right here, which is a 71 Nova. This belongs to a childhood friend of mine. This needs lots and lots of love. It's here for everything from floor pan, trunk pan, get the car running. It does have an engine and a transmission in it. Currently doesn't run, so that's one of the things on my list of things to do. Put a new rear end in it, new springs, just pretty much whatever it takes to make the car run and drive. This right here is a 64 T-Bird ragtop. I picked this car up a few months ago. Pretty solid. It had a rebuilt engine in it. It's currently locked up somewhere along the time it got driven to where I got it from, and when I picked it up, the motor locked up. They did have the hood off for I don't know how long, what amount of time, but long enough for it to be locked up. So I guess now I'll be pulling that engine out and rebuilding it once again. But you know, still a very desirable car. The interior is in great shape. The top was brand new when it was parked, so hopefully that'll clean up nice and we'll get that thing going. This is the bed of the 65 F100 that I have out in Florida that I'm building. So we got to do all the body work on this, and that is not original paint that you're looking at there. That is reproduced patina, which I had planned on doing the whole truck back to that way because I'm big on patina. I love patina. Patina's in now, but at the last minute, about 4 days before I was scheduled to bring all the stuff back to Florida and put it together, I changed the game plan and ended up painting the truck Aztec turquoise on the bottom and cloud white on the top. So if you could picture a 57 Chevy two-tone white and turquoise, that's what it looks like, and it is stunning. You'll see pictures and video of that. Let's see, where else can we go? Let's go all the way up to the back of the parking lot, and we'll show you Maxine. In case you haven't noticed by now, I name all my cars. It's good luck. So we have, let's talk about the little Ford Ranger pickup custom truck that we built. This was going to be a raffle vehicle. However, the raffle didn't draw quite as much attention as I hoped it would, and I decided to hang on to it. Turns out I ended up selling it to a close friend of mine out of the blue. He came in one day and he's like, I want that truck. So I sold it to him, unfortunately for a lot less than I got into it, but at least I get to see it on occasion, and you know, I'll get to service it when it needs servicing. But we did a lot of work to that. Put a 3-inch drop in it, 17-inch American racing wheels, brand new tires, custom paint job. I wish it was really sunny out because the black has House of Colors red fleck in it, and it really pops when the sun hits it just right. We did that custom stripe in the front and in the back. Mechanically, went completely through it. We did a roll-on bed liner to it to protect the back. As you can see, it's in really good condition. There's the stripe that we put in the back. Really cool truck. Love it. Hope that he gets a lot of use out of it. So this is Maxine. She's a 62 Chrysler Imperial, or Imperial, for a short period of time. Imperial was its own brand. Needs lots of love in the interior department, but this car came from Tucson, Arizona, and what you see on the top side is what you see on the bottom side. This car is unbelievably straight, clean, and rust free. It is absolutely amazing. being from Massachusetts, I don't get to see a lot of this, so it's a real treat when I get something like this. So this is Maxine. We've already rebuilt the fuel and brake system. She's a runner driver. This will also be for sale. My plan of attack next is to put a complete new interior in it, get all the electrical stuff working properly, windows and so forth. This car's got power everything, power seats, power antenna, power windows, push button transmission. Clearly it needs a windshield. I'm currently hunting for one of those right now. You can fit about 47 people in the trunk. As you can see, I've been collecting parts for just about everything, and just about everything's back there. There's still room for a family of 3 to live there. And that's about it for right now. We're gonna have to cut this off, and we'll get back to you with another video as soon as possible. Stay tuned.